Hello everyone, the Glitch64 here. Oh, thank God, the microphones finally stopped peaking. All I had to do was put it on the absolute lowest setting and put it on the opposite side of the desk. I don't know why. Last recording of this from 90 to 81, even on the highest setting, I couldn't get it to give me any sort of sound unless I boosted the audio. But now I can't get it to stop, so nothing's changed. I don't know. Anyway, let's quit rambling. This one's going to be 80 to 71. So let's kick things off with number 80. Mario Party 3. Mario Party 3. This is the Mario Party on the N64 I was least nostalgic with. I owned Mario Party 1 and 2, but Mario Party 3 was one of those rents from Video Easy games for me. American listeners, Video Easy equals Blockbuster. So yeah, it's one of those sorts of things. But I really liked it. It gave us Waluigi. Of course, I know Mario Golf gave us Waluigi, but this was my first time seeing Waluigi. And Mario Party 3 was really interesting. I didn't like it as much as Mario Party 2, but I had a lot of fun with the minigames. It felt like really nice and fresh and one of those like really great games for me. I don't know how to explain it. And also, when I grew up and later actually played it some more, the sort of challenge mode boards were really fun. And of course, this is the first one to technically have a story mode, which I really appreciate, especially now growing up. Mario Party 2 kinda has one, in the fact that there is an unlockable board. Well, actually, Mario Party 1 sort of has that as well. But this one was like a proper story. Something that would go on in Mario Party 4, 5, 6, blah blah blah, all the way up. So that's what kicked that off. And I have a lot of respect for Mario Party 3. And it definitely deserves a spot up here. Number 79 is WarioWare Smooth Moves. The WarioWare games, man. WarioWare, if you don't know, is basically like this big set of micro games that are really fun. Little challenging things like, hit the coin, shake the remote, rotate the screen or whatever. There was one on the DS, one on the Wii, and one on the Game Boy. There was a lot of them. But WarioWare Smooth Moves, I think, was my favorite one. Just because it was so, I guess it's kind of that LOL random humor that a lot of people don't really like. But I think it towed the line between being random, but in an actual funny way. Because everything is like split second. When something funny happens, it's like it's there and it's gone, and I think because it doesn't overstay its welcome, it works a lot better. A lot of the micro games were great, and this is a game you can keep coming back to over and over and over again, and it's still kind of fresh. And of course, it's great with friends. So yeah, WarioWare Smooth Moves, I highly recommend it. Number 78. Oh man, Operation Wolf. I done a Let's Quickly Play on this somewhat recently. You can go check it out on the Let's Quickly Play playlist. It'll be one of the latest ones. Well, at the time of recording this and uploading it anyway. Maybe by the time you're listening to it, it's like in the middle, but whatever. Operation Wolf was a great, one of the original first-person shooters, I guess you could say, on the NES. A lot of great music, and I have a lot of great memories with it. Shooting my way through all the enemies, avoiding shooting hostages or whatever. It's a fun sort of arcadey thing. It doesn't last too long, but it's definitely a lot. It's really great controlling. Sometimes it does go too fast for you to be able to accurately aim, but I still have fun with it. And of course, this is one game that actually has an ending, and not only an ending, but different endings depending on how well you do, which is something that when I was playing as a kid, was unheard of. I'd never seen, multiple endings? Like, growing up with an NES, that was unheard of. Rarely games had an ending, period. Super Mario Brothers had an ending, Kirby had an ending, Trog had an ending if you were good enough, but all the other games I played, I was either too bad to get to the ending, or they would just loop. Because we're still getting into NES games at the time. We're still in that sort of arcadey thing where it was all for high score. You didn't really get this ending system, and of course Operation Wolf looped as well. but there was an ending, and then it would loop, so, you know, you could play for cash if you wanted, but once you got the best ending, you could stop and say, yep, I beat it. Number 77, and I think this one might move up a bit by the time we get to 2019's list, so watch out, this one's an up-and-comer. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch. Mario Kart 8, the original, is not on this list, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, basically, is just an improved version, comes with all DLC and everything, including something really cool, a couple of new items, and the ability from Double Dash to hold 2 items. Oh, this was a welcome change, because, you know, when you're first, sometimes you would just get coin. But with the 2 item thing, you would not be able to get 2 coins in a row, so you'd at the very least have something, a banana or a green shell to hold behind you to protect you from red shell attacks. Nothing that would stop blue shells, unless you were really lucky and got yourself a boombox, but still, the 2 item system really sort of made things more hectic and fun. The graphics on this game are mind-boggling, the amount of character selection is amazing, and the fact that some characters, including one of my favorites, Yoshi, has like 9 colors to choose from that one character, and Shy Guy as well. It's a lot of fun. Car customization can be a bit more, like sometimes I just like the fact, like, in Mario Kart 64 it was all about the character's stats. I kind of liked that. Same with the GameCube. In the Wii, you started getting different cars, but there was only a set selection, like, you have this car, and this car, and this car, and here are their stats. DS did the same thing as well. When they started doing the, body, wheels, and glider combination sort of thing, it kind of became too much, I feel. As to really my only criticism, some people would say that it's a big plus, being able to customize this much and having this many options, but sometimes I'll just make combinations that I really couldn't control, and it would really sour the whole Grand Prix or race that I was doing with friends. And I still do that now, even with the hundreds of hours I've put into the game, so it's still something that I can't really get my head around, so I don't know. Mario Kart 8, though, Deluxe is still one of the best racing games, out there that exist at the moment. And the battle mode is as good as ever. Actually, with how many modes there are, you could argue that it's better than it has ever been as well. So, it's got that going for it too. Number 76 is Pokepark 2 Beyond Wonders. Now, the Pokepark franchise was something I really enjoyed, but it was very casual. Pokemon can be very... you can make it as basic or as competitive as you like, but Pokepark was one of those games where there was no competitive, there was no difficulty, it was just a sort of fun, casual game. To 100% Pokepark 2, it can be tricky, sometimes very tricky, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but the Pokepark series is great, because it's just one of those things where, if you're a 100%er, it's a nice de-stress game, because it's easy to 100% in the Pokepark games, and it takes up a lot of time, and it's really nice and chill. Pokepark 2, in my opinion, I was going to spoil something on the list, but you know what, fuck it, you know this by now. Pokepark 2 did a lot of things, it took away a lot of things from Pokepark 1 that I really liked, and I was sad about that. It doesn't really have mini-games and such, it really is more about exploring the world and using your four partners, Pikachu and the Unova region starters, because Black and White was out when Pokepark 2 came out, so yeah. But it was still a really great game, something that I come back to again and again, and definitely deserves a spot here. Number 75, here we go, it is Jackbox Party. This, with friends, I don't think will ever get old. At least for me. Maybe for them. And some of the games, like Fibbage, once you've done it enough, you know the lies. But some of the games in Jackbox are just, you play them forever. Jackbox Party is so much fun. when you're drinking and playing this game with friends, it can get like laughing fits can ensue. It's amazing. Jackbox Party Pack is a box of 5 sort of I guess board games. Really, you can play with friends through your phone, and it's just a whole lot of fun. I can't really explain Jackbox too much. I would say, if you don't know it by now, watch someone stream it or whatever. Join in, and you can see what the game has to offer. Number 74. We had to put it somewhere. We had 3, we had 2, and here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, again, has very good zombies maps. And the fact that you can get all the original Call of Duty World at War maps improved on our Black Ops 1 just makes it that much better. Because the World at War zombies maps had some issues. They were a bit lacking. The Black Ops 1, when they re-released them, they touched them up, made them all nice and sparkling to the Black Ops standard. And oh boy, man, Kino der Toten. 3 words. That's all I gotta say. Kino der Toten. Just magic. I do like the Black Ops 2 zombies a little better, but why this is so high on the list, where Black Ops 2 was 7 spots lower or something, I can't remember. Because the campaign in Black Ops, one of the best campaigns, even if the end is just like this big patriotic circle jerk of fucking America, which I don't like, but, it's an American game. They're allowed to do what they want. Man, the characters in the campaign, the storyline, it was actually a really good campaign. And obviously, Black Ops, or Call of Duty is one of those things where everyone's like, oh, they release the exact same thing every year, the campaign's the exact same thing. But I was engrossed in the story. In a Call of Duty game, I was engrossed in the story. That happened. Just saying that out loud, some people might go, wow, that doesn't happen, you're an idiot. But I did. The combat was great. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Call of Duty game, period. So that kind of spoils the fact that there's no more Call of Duty games on the list, but, after I've basically said that this is the perfect Call of Duty game, did you expect there to be? Not really. Number 73. This one surprised me. I did not expect this to be as good as it was, but wow, when I played it, I got really into it. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I expected this to be a Mario Kart ripoff, but worse. And while it is very Mario Kart-ish, it controls great, it's fast, it is its own thing. And even though I don't know a lot of the characters that you could select from, and so it doesn't have the sort of star power as Mario Kart has for me, even without that, this game is really good. You can tell the controls are really tight, the graphics are amazing, and the gameplay is spot on. It really surprised me. I did not expect it to be as good as it was, and I'm really glad that it was good. I didn't want it to be bad, and the fact that it was better than I could imagine made it all the better. This is a racing game that I definitely recommend. And I played it on PC, but I'll probably pick it up on Switch or Xbox so I can play it properly, because my PC is shite, so I can't really play things at the correct way that they should be played, whereas on console, I can. So, who knows? Maybe if I pick it up for console, it can be even higher next year. We'll never know. 72. Oh yes. We got another trilogy ending off on this list, and this trilogy ending off is the Walking Dead one. Walking Dead Season 1. This is where it is on the list, number 72. The best, in my opinion, the best example of a story game. It's not much gameplay, you don't really do anything, but man, that story is amazing. Better than most TV shows, in my opinion. The Walking Dead Season 1 is an experience that I think everyone should have. And I've played it several times, even though it's the same story and it all ends the same way. I just feel like I want to play it again, and then I do. I kind of want to play it again now, actually. I haven't played it this year. But, yeah, The Walking Dead Season 1, an absolute masterpiece. Highly recommend. And, to wrap off this 10 list, number 71, it's Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Yes, well, we've had the Paper Mario series, now we have the Mario and Luigi series, and this game was the first, and wow, did they get it spot on their first go. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga was one of the most engrossing experiences I've had on a handheld. You know, when I first got my regular DS, 2007 or whatever, when I got my DS 2007 or whatever, DS games and GBA games for me weren't real games, quote-unquote. They were sort of like game light, time killers while I was in a car ride or at church or whatever. But I got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and all of a sudden, I was playing a proper, real game, and I got really into it, and I loved it. And, you know, that final boss was something else, but, you know, beating this game was a really great feeling. And, you know, as far as Mario RPGs go, this one is really, really good. It actually has a leveling up system that I kind of like better than Paper Mario's. Holy crap, yeah, I know. It's just a really great game, a solid pickup. Definitely recommend it. So that was 80 to 71. I feel like there are a lot of good games on this list. Like I said last episode, I'm pretty sure by process of elimination, one of these ones I just mentioned is in someone's top 10. It has to be. And you know what? As I dropped something on the table, making the thing hit the microphone, we're only getting better from here. 70 to 61 has some amazingly classic games, and I can guarantee you that most people will have something in this list that's in their top 10. Because we're getting into some just absolute classics. Like some that everyone knows and everyone's like, yeah, that's a good game. And we're only at number 70, so oh yeah, we're definitely getting up there. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you follow on through, and I will see you for the next one. So yeah, off we go!